Living abundantly isn't just about financial success or material blessings. It's about stepping into the fullness of God's promises in every area of life. Today, we're exploring how biblical leadership principles can help us live a life of abundance, not just for ourselves, but for those we lead and influence. The Bible is filled with stories of leaders, some who flourished, others who failed. What makes the difference? Godly leadership focuses on serving, inspiring, and lifting others up. It's rooted in humility, guided by faith, and powered by God's wisdom. When we lead the way God intended, we not only grow spiritually, but we help those around us live more abundantly. Here are 6 timeless principles of leadership from the Bible that can help us manifest God's provision and purpose. Let's start with Gideon, who faced harsh criticism from tribal leaders after a major victory. Instead of retaliating or defending himself, Gideon praised their contributions, saying, "What was I able to do compared to you?" This act of humility and encouragement diffused their anger and united the group. As leaders, when we build others up, whether they're colleagues, family, or even critics, we create an environment where abundance flows. Unity and peace create the conditions for God's blessings to thrive. The Bible warns us, an angry man stirs up dissension. Leadership rooted in argument or conflict doesn't lead to abundance. It leads to division. Great leaders focus on productive conversations, not heated debates. By keeping our emotions in check and responding with patience, we foster trust and open communication. This reflects Christ's character and allows God's wisdom to guide us through challenges. True leadership isn't about controlling people, it's about inspiring them. Hosea's story reminds us of the power of love to transform hearts. Whether we're leading a team, our family, or a community, love motivates people in ways rules and rewards never can. When we genuinely care for those we lead, we tap into God's unlimited supply of grace, wisdom, and patience. That love doesn't just bless others, it blesses us too, bringing joy and fulfillment. Negativity is inevitable in leadership. The prophet Obadiah warns us not to gloat or hold grudges. It only leads to bitterness. Instead, we're called to respond with grace and forgiveness. Why? Because dwelling on negativity robs us of joy and abundance. When we let go of bitterness and trust God to handle our critics, we free ourselves to focus on what truly matters, our purpose and calling. Micah sums up godly leadership in one powerful verse. Act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. Leadership isn't about seeking praise or control. It's about serving others with integrity and humility. Think of leaders like Moses or Jesus himself. They didn't flaunt their authority. They used it to bless others and fulfill God's plan. When we lead with humility, we open the door to God's favor and provision in every area of life. Jonah had a plan, but God had a better one. How often do we make rigid plans, only to find that life takes a different path? Jonah's story reminds us to stay flexible and trust that God's plan is always for our good. As leaders, we must be willing to adapt and trust God, even when things don't go as expected. When we do, we often find that His plan brings far more abundance than we ever imagined. Leadership isn't about titles, power, or control. It's about serving others and glorifying God. When we lead with humility, love, and faith, we create environments where abundance can thrive, not just for us, but for everyone we influence. Living abundantly starts with understanding that God's ways are higher than ours. As leaders, when we align our actions with His principles, we not only fulfill our purpose, we help others discover theirs too. So, whether you're leading a team, a family, or just influencing those around you, remember these principles. Let's commit to leading with faith and watching God's abundance overflow in every area of our lives.